Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. So today we have a question: who are all the prophets, including Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So who are all of the prophets, including Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So this question can be understood in two ways. First one is about who are the prophets, like including Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who else are considered prophets? So mainly in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, he mentions about 25 prophets. And according to the other sources, we have like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent around 1,24,000 prophets. So most of the scholars agree that the amount of the prophets, it is almost 1,24,000. So in that 1,24,000 prophets, the prophets are categorized into two. Normally, all the prophets are called as Ambiyas, singular is Nabi, and there were some special prophets. In that 1,24,313, they were selected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a special task. They were called Rasuls. And the difference between Rasuls and Nabis, Rasuls are the ones who were given new sets of rules and regulations. Like the Rasuls, whenever they come to a community, they will be given a new set of rules and regulation. And they had to preach Islam to others. That thing was there with them. But in the thing with Nabis, the Nabis, they were not given new sets of rules and regulations, which we call as Sharia. Instead, they had to follow the Sharia of the Nabi, the Sharia of the Rasul, which came before him, who came before him. So that is the difference between the Nabi and the Rasul. And so 1,24,000 prophets, in that 313 are considered Rasuls, and in that 313, only 25 are mentioned in the Quran. So to address all the prophets other than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is an impossible task. But if we just go through the prophets mentioned in the Quran, we can start from Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Ilyas alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salam, and then if we come to the family of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Ishaq alayhi salam, Ismail alayhi salam, Yaqub alayhi salam, Yusuf alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and before that we have Sulaiman alayhi salam, his son Dawud alayhi salam, we have Zakaria alayhi salam, we have Yahya alayhi salam, they are connected to Isa alayhi salam, and we have uh, Zulkifl alayhi salam, Al-Yasa', he is also mentioned in the Quran, and also I think I mentioned Nuh alayhi salam, Hud alayhi salam, and we have Salih alayhi salam, and Salih alayhi salam comes, I think, in Madian. Who is that? Shu'aib alayhi salam, and also the list is mentioned like just in Google. Uh, if you Google, like the 25 names of them are mentioned. I'm just telling it according to how I remember. So 25 of them are mentioned in the Quran, and more of them are mentioned in the Hadith. So that is the names of the prophets. If the answer is who are the prophets, including Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if it is about who are the prophets, okay, why do we need prophets? The reason is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our owner, to say that He is our God, He owns us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, after sending us to earth, after creating us and sending us to earth, He wanted us to live according to the way He likes. So there is a certain way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to make our lives. So that certain way, it, won't, it wasn't taught to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, rather than just coming and laying out a complete syllabus all of a sudden and making it a burden to us, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did was He chose people from a certain community. For example, if the Americans, they wanted a prophet, if Allah wanted to guide them, Allah will choose a person from there, and Allah, the best among them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect him, preserve him from the beginning of his life from all kind of sins, all kind of bad things, and finally at the age of 40, except in the case of Isa alayhi salam, all other prophets at the age of 40, Allah will make him a prophet, and Allah will give him the responsibility of teaching his guidelines, like giving his guidelines, the rules and regulations that Allah wants us to follow. Allah will teach it to the Prophet so that the Prophet will be saying it to everyone. So that is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept prophets. So they were the medium between humanity, and they were the medium between humanity and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's their importance. So if that is the question, like who are all the prophets and what is their purpose, that is the answer. They are the ones who connected between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.